So what is my monthly budget to live in BGC and Boracay as a 47-year-old expat? I do have a girlfriend and I maintain both residences with long-term leases. Right off the top, we're gonna have the rents. BGC is 45K, Boracay is about 15, so that's 60 right out the gate. 60,000 pesos is gonna be a bit over $1,000 a month. Then we're gonna have to factor in electricity bills. Haven't been in Boracay much lately, so your electricity bill will be next to nothing when you're not somewhere, but you will have to pay your electric bill and will be significant wherever you are. So let's give that another 5K. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 3. It just kind of depends on how much you're running the aircon, if you have inverters, etc., etc. But yeah, I've got anything from like 6, 7 to 3 for the last one. So let's throw another $100 on the electric. So let's just round up the rents to 11. Let's make the electrics 100. Then you're going to have to think about food. Food can range quite heavily. Do you drink Starbucks? I've cut out the Starbucks lately, but I'm probably still good for a couple of those a week. So that's probably another $40 a month for my matchas and, you know, the little coffee 3-in-1s or regular coffees that I make and stuff. Let's say another $40 a month for caffeine. So that brings us to $12.40. Then you figure food, whether you eat at home or whether you eat out is going to heavily factor on that. Look at this cool art here in Uptown BGC. So if you eat out all the time, it's going to be relatively expensive. I'd probably do half-half realistically. And if you have a girlfriend, do you always pay? That's also going to factor heavily into what your budget is. Let's figure that when I go out to eat, could run me, say, $30 when I go out to eat. So if I do that 4 times a week, that's 120 times that by 4, and you arrive at $480 right there. Then for groceries and stuff, that can just totally vary, but usually I'll just buy some chicken or something like that. So that's gonna run, say, another $100 perhaps for the food to eat at home every 2 weeks, let's say. Usually go grocery shopping, $50 a week, $100 stock up every 2 weeks or so. So that's another 200. So on top of that, you're gonna have transportation, which is not really a cost for me because I live in Uptown BGC. And if I leave, I'm going to the airport. Usually that's gonna be once a month. And my girlfriend, I pay for dinners, but not really all the time. A lot of times she'll order something, she'll pick up a dinner. So there's not a large cost associated with my girlfriend, which is going to be very rare. But, certainly don't mind treating if you have a girlfriend, obviously. So we're at about $1,700, $1,800 right there. On top of that, you're gonna have to think about entertainment, going to casinos, going to islands, all that stuff. If you wanna factor in my travel, you're probably looking at $500 a month because you figure even if she pays for the hotel, I might pay for the flights or vice versa. Or I don't mind treating sometimes if we go somewhere, if we go to a casino, whatever. So you're right around $2,500 right there. Then you have to factor in toiletries, Lazada items, Amazon. I just ordered $200 worth of stuff on Amazon. Just little miscellaneous things, toilet paper, mouthwash, toothpaste, shampoo, the regular things that you need to survive in the world. So right there, you're gonna throw in another, I can spend a lot of money on supplements, vitamins, stuff from Amazon. Every time I see something I like on Lazada, I buy it if it's, necessary. So basically, I'm probably landing in the $2,700 to $2,800 range. And that's with 2 residences. That's with a flight to Boracay every month. Or if I choose a different island and just leave my place sitting there. I don't Airbnb out either place. Those aren't generating any income. So to be safe, if you want to live my life and you find a cheap beach place at any beach, it doesn't need to be Boracay. I lucked out on that deal, and it's not, the Grand Hyatt or anything. It's just on the beach, and it's a nice, very good sized place, probably 45, 50 square meters, right there. So if you want to be safe, you're looking at $3,000. That's with a beach place. You don't have a beach place, you don't travel all that much, you could probably do it in the low 2s. I can tell you that because I live here. So that's just right off the top, a rough estimate when you factor in food, paying for meals here and there with your girl, toiletries, rent, electricity. I forgot to put in Wi-Fi. That's $27. I forgot to put in my 1,000 pesos for my phone bill, postpaid plan. I forgot to put in water, which is, next to nothing. So I'm right below $3,000, right below $3,000. Have I had 4,000 peso months? Sure. $4,000 months? Sure. When I went to Siargao, or I was in Cebu, or I'm traveling, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Sure. Probably my biggest month ever here has been 4,000. I've had months before I was a YouTuber when I first started and I wasn't monetized. When I let my BGC place go and I was just living in Boracay, that I probably spent $1,000. It can wildly range for most guys. If you don't get a girl that's a high earning Filipina, that's going to be a really big cost because you're going to want to eat out, and it's double everything, double Starbucks in the morning, double meals, double. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's great, but that isn't my experience with my Filipina. So all in all, 3,000 is a safe number. I'm probably right around the 2,800 mark. That's BGC and Boracay. If I dumped Boracay, probably be around 23 to 25. Because I'm just basically paying the rent if I'm not there. And that already was prepaid for a year, but we still factor that into my monthly expenses. I do not have health insurance, so that's not a factor. I do pay my storage unit back home, which is in the high 150s, or no, it was 154, now it's 180 or something as of late. So I've prepaid it up until later on this year, 154, but then it will be 180 or so after that goes, after that expires or next time I pay. So really, if you factor that one in, I'm right at 3K on the nose. So that's perfect. And basically, you're going to be right around that area. So basically, 3K, BGC, Boracay. You don't have a Boracay, 2.5, keep it safe. That'll cover a storage unit back home if you haven't dumped your whole life. Then on top of that, if you do not live in BGC, you live in Cebu, 2,000, you'll be comfortable. I know you can get places for 16K, 20K, a little bit cheaper than a BGC. If you're willing to live in, different areas, Taguig, Makati, cheaper buildings and stuff, you can definitely pull it off for a bit cheaper. You say $2,000 outside of BGC and green belts and power plant, the ritzy areas of Makati. So $2,000 for Cebu, or if you want to live in Mandaluyong or QC or something like that, $2,000, you're comfy. Now, can it be done for less? Yes. You find a rental for 15K and you live extremely low, cook at home, penny pinch, don't have a lot of money for dates and stuff. Like I said, I've had months in Boracay where I probably spent $1,000, but that's it. That's my little budget video. Sorry for the rough estimates, but I can tell you, you are solid as a rock with $3,000. 1,000, you're struggling, basically, to be brutally honest. So that's it. If you want to live, outside of the $800 budget, or you're living outside Dumaguete, or you want to just get a taste of the Philippines and have a bit of freedom to go to a beach every month, or to, move around, eat out half the time, Starbucks here and there, whatever you need as far as bathroom products and toiletries. And, that even includes a couple hundred or 100 a month, say, on Amazon products. There's a lot of things you just can't get out here on Lazada, the finer protein powders and vitamins and all that jazz. You're gonna be better off ordering Amazon. $49 orders on Amazon, 99% of items qualify for free shipping, and the Amazon orders get to Manila, usually they'll say like 2-3 weeks, but they usually get there in about a week. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That's my 2024 budget video for living in BGC and Boracay Island. Sana all.